Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of Biz Talks. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija International, and my privilege to be the host this evening. What we're going to do over the next several minutes is we're going to be sharing a little bit of information about our company, Zija International. We're going to talk a little bit about, the corporate end of the company and the infrastructure we've developed. We're going to talk a little bit about our products, a little bit about the timing that we have with our company. I mean, literally, as we're speaking, we are about to enter the most significant growth phase of our company in the 12, almost 13 years that we've been in existence. And then I've got a special guest this evening. Mac McDonald and his wife Pat Terry have created substantial success in their career in network marketing. I'm going to give you a chance to hear from somebody that has been an incredibly successful professional in our industry and made a decision here some time ago to join Zija International, and why somebody with that level of experience and tenure in the industry and success in the industry would choose to join this particular company. Now, this evening's information is really for those of you that perhaps you've been invited, you were invited as a guest, maybe a friend or a family member, maybe a coworker has been sharing with you a little information about our company. Maybe you've been using our products for a while now. And what we're looking at is to give you the information that will help you in your decision-making process as to whether or not this vehicle, this opportunity, is something for you. And see, in today's economy, what we're aware of is that it really doesn't make any difference, where you are in the country or in the world for that matter, where you are in terms of your own, financial success. Virtually everybody in today's economy is looking for a way to create, one of three different things. Perhaps it's more income to, meet the needs of a growing family, put aside money for the kids' college education, a down payment on the new house. Maybe it's something as simple as creating some additional income for retirement, or a secondary income stream that can become full-time, something where, one of the parents can be able to stay home and raise the children. Whatever it is that you're looking for from a financial perspective, we can show you how to take non-productive time and add into that the elements of leverage and residual income to create, frankly, whatever it is that you're looking for. For others, you might be looking for more time freedom. Maybe you've already created the levels of success and income that you're looking for, but maybe what you'd like to do is buy back a little bit more of your time. And for many people, what our whole profession has been is an opportunity to be around successful people, to be around motivated people, positive, upbeat, just to have more fun doing what it is that you do. When I talk to people from different walks of life, one of the things I've learned is that if you had a choice, most people would prefer to create the income and not necessarily do it the way they're doing it. Would you show up every day at work if they didn't pay you? Very few people would say, yeah, I love what I do so much, I'd do it for free. So let me cover those topics that I mentioned, just a moment ago. When you look at the potential of a home-based business to create, an additional income stream, most people are attracted to a company in network marketing because of a product. And that's certainly a very important issue. You want to be engaged in the products. You want to have something that you're using that you feel good about, sharing with others. But what we've learned over the years, and for myself, it's been over 30 years now that I've been in or around this type of home-based business. What we've learned is it takes a lot more than just a good product to sustain a true long-term income opportunity. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And, many years ago, back in the, mid 80s and 90s, I was involved in this type of business. I was very successful. I was very fortunate. I was able to leave my career as a cross-country truck driver and create an income along with the time freedom that was necessary to provide for the needs of my oldest son as he was hitting school age. And it was truly a tremendous opportunity. It allowed me in the space of literally 10 years to replace the income that I would have earned in probably, 80, 90 years as a truck driver. And I was able to retire at a very young age and experience the kinds of things that people only dream about. And a number of years ago, I came out of retirement because I saw the three ingredients that a professional in the home-based business arena would look for. First and foremost was the leadership of the company. Zija International, while we're a relatively young company, we have already surpassed all but, maybe 1% of the companies that have ever existed in this profession. We're over 10 years in business now. We've achieved $1 billion in cumulative sales during that period of time. The owner of our company is a gentleman by the name of Ken Brailsford. Now, you may not recognize Ken's name, but you already know who he is. Ken is known as the father of encapsulation. He was the first person to take medicinal herbs, put them into the little gel caps that we're all familiar with now, to make it easy for the average person to consume the benefits of these nutritional and medicinal herbs. Ken has become an icon in the industry. Ken has created two of the multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar companies. There's only been, maybe a 24, maybe a few more companies that have ever achieved that status in the history of this profession, and Ken's created two of them. Ken came out of retirement specifically to bring these products to market. We're known as the Moringa Company. Now, that name, Moringa, has become much more commonplace here, especially in this past year. It's being recognized in television in different places. Moringa oleifera is known as the superfood of 2018. But it's been around for, hundreds, perhaps thousands of years, being used in traditional medicines. In 2008, the National Institutes of Health reported that the Moringa oleifera tree, that particular botanical, was the most nutrient-rich botanical they'd ever studied. And to date, they've done over 5,000 botanicals they've studied. We have been known as the Moringa Company. We were the first company to bring the Moringa oleifera tree to commercial use. Starting here in the United States, we've now expanded, literally throughout the world. I believe there's over 50 countries that we are now shipping our product to. Because of the leadership of Ken Brailsford, we have attracted some of the finest, sharpest minds in this profession of network marketing. The formulator of our products is Dr. Joshua Plant. You may want to research that name. Dr. Plant graduated #1 in his class from Harvard Medical School. #1. It was #2, #1. And what's most impressive is he completed a program that typically is, 7 to 8 years long. He did that in 3.5 years. I call Josh big brain. And so we have the who's who at the corporate end. Now, Ken Brailsford, because of his, experience in this profession, in this industry, because of who he is and the way he does things, he has created an infrastructure for our company that today, literally just over a decade in business, we are 100% vertically integrated. We have, we control the plantations our raw materials are made in. We own the pharmaceutical grade manufacturing facility that we produce our products in. Everything is in place for incredible growth. As a matter of fact, today, as we speak, we could produce over $1 billion in annual sales of these products, putting us in the top maybe 5 or 6 companies in the entire industry, yet we're only a small fraction of that sales today. That creates timing. Now, from a product perspective, and I'm just going to kind of do a quick overview. We have many opportunities to give you much greater in-depth information on our products, but today we have products from a wide range of product divisions, something that everybody needs and virtually everybody on the planet is looking for. Our core nutritional line provides optimal nutrition and great tasting beverages, something that's easy to take. The health benefits of the Moringa oleifera tree, while we don't make health claims of our products, I can tell you there are people that in many cases have had nothing less than miraculous health benefits from the use of those products. We've expanded into a healthy weight management system. where people are able to, without the need for dieting and counting calories and exercise and so on, are able to bring their body into balance. We've had people that have lost, 20, 50, 100, 200, up to 400 pounds on our products and done so on a healthy basis. Personally, I have lost over 35 pounds in the time that I've been with Zija. In my mid-60s, I weigh what I did in my early 20s. And how many people do you know can maintain that level of vitality well into their, I hate to say senior years because I don't feel like a senior, but I think I qualify age-wise. We've expanded into, personal care products, skin care products, all the products that people use on a daily basis, toothpaste, deodorant, skincare, hair care. But more importantly, the kinds of products people are looking for, all natural, without the, the harmful chemicals and ingredients. We've got the first to market and only sports nutrition line of products that is a clean product. When you look at what's going on in the sports and fitness professions, the products that are being used are just terrible. Artificial colorants, artificial sweeteners, and so on. Zija International has the products that people need, people are looking for, but they're just not aware that they're available, and they're only available from us as independent distributors. We've got the only line of clinical grade essential oils that are being made available to the consumer, direct to the consumer. And when you put together a corporate team that has already got the experience to create multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar companies, you put together the infrastructure that can already produce phenomenal sales amounts, add to it products that people need and want and they're looking for, and that's what creates an incredible opportunity. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go over and I'm going to ask, I've got Mac McDonald queued up here. Mac, just give you a little heads up, I'm going to bring you over to this side of the webinar. I've had the opportunity to work with Mac McDonald and his wife, Pat Terry, here for, I think we're talking probably 18, 24 months. Mac, I'm going to unmute you here. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic, as always.
As always, and looking sharp, young man.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm really pleased. At the last minute, my guest for tonight was not able to make it. Mac just jumped in. I mean, this is the kind of caliber of professionals we have, people that'll do whatever it takes to help support the efforts of our new people getting involved. And I asked Matt to join us because Matt's got a background that a lot of people can relate to, but more importantly, from a perspective of a professional in the industry, I wanted him to share a little bit about what caused him and his wife Pat to make that decision to join our company. So Mac, maybe we can start out just kind of a quick synopsis. What were you doing when you were first introduced to this kind of home-based business? And what caused you to want to, transition into our type of business?
Well, it's a good question, Fred, and I appreciate you asking that. But I was a colonel in the Air Force. I had spent 30 years, 26 days, and 5 hours, believe that or not, and it was getting down to the time that they were going to downsize me. In other words, I had come to the end of my career. And that's called retirement. But from the military, there is no retirement. You do get a pension, but it is a pittance of what it should be for the years that you put in. So when we got finished with that, and Pat had been a nurse for 25 years, and she was sick and tired of the sickness industry, and that's nursing in the sickness industry, just managing people's sickness. She wanted to do something else. So as I finished my career back in 1997, I says, well, what do we want to do? And I went out on a lot of job interviews, and I came back and I says, I don't think that's what I want to do. And Pat says, well, what do you really want to do with this next half of your life? I like that question, half of your life. I'd already put 30 years in, so that meant I had 30 more to go. And I said, well, I want freedom. And I said, what do you want? She said, well, I like that answer. I want freedom too. And then she said, you realize if you want freedom, you can never work for anybody again. And I said, absolutely. That really does what it means. So I looked at her and I says, okay, I guess we have to start our own business. Do you know how to run a business? She said, no, I don't either. I said, well, then we can buy a franchise because it's already done for you and you can just get started. She says, do we have the money to buy a franchise? I says, no, we don't. I says, well, then we're going to have to look for something else. And that's when we learned about network marketing, multi-level marketing, e-commerce, whatever you want to call it today. I like to refer to it as e-commerce, where you work from home and you get a check every week or every month. In this case, we get it every week, and I like that part of it. And so we started to look at this thing called network marketing and got to, boy, I don't know why somebody didn't share that with me back when I was 20 years old, because my life would have totally been different had I got into something like that, where you share some information with people you care about, and give them, make them aware of certain things they don't know. And certainly with Zija, you make them aware of the moringa and what they could have just with one drink, and then educate them on how they can get it and send them to the company. The company sends them the products, and then they pay me. I says, that is a simple business, and it is one that everybody should know about, but very few do. So I look back in my career, 30 years, why didn't anybody share that with me? And I said, Pat, how about you? Did you ever hear about it? She said, no. Why do you think that was the case? She says, because we are professionals. We have a professional career. We've been at it for a long time. Therefore, they don't think we need it. Well, everybody needs it. Because if people are looking for freedom or they're looking for a way to generate additional income, this is the perfect way to do it. I don't care whether you're a CEO of a company or whomever. You don't even have to be that level, because it doesn't take any brains to do this. If a colonel can do it, a nurse can do it, I think anybody can do it. So we got started. Truck drivers, absolutely. So we got started with it, and all we did was share some information. I mean, we called 15 of our friends in and said, hey, we found something pretty significant. We showed them what it was. We showed them a simple video. It says, hey, who wants to work this as a business? Who would like to work it or just get the products, because the products are awesome? Well, 5 of them said that, yeah, we want to. This business looks really good, so we'd like to do that. The other said, well, we'll buy the products. And the other 5 left laughing at us like, you're going to do something like that? You got to be crazy. But, over a year or two, those other 5 came back because they fell further behind than where we were. And so why wouldn't a very high-ranking professional like this? First of all, nobody can tell you what you're going to wear. I like that. So I can wear whatever I want. I can work in my pajamas from my office. This is my office. It's right next to the bedroom. I can work from here. I can use social media. I can use this Zoom platform to work with people in Australia, Japan, Europe, all over the world. So I don't have any stress about getting on a freeway. I can share it while I'm on vacation, which everything we do is vacation, because we go away. We're going to talk to somebody about helping them improve their quality of life or their health. Well, when you do that, they probably want the products and you share it. So that is a working opportunity that you've done anywhere in the world. So as long as I have this, and if you don't know what it is, it's a smartphone. But you don't have to be smart to use it, because I can use it. And that's all we need to have. I need that, and I need internet access, and this I can do anywhere in the world. They're going to pay me for referring people to the company, and those people that I refer to the company, if they refer people to the company, they're going to pay me for that too, and so on down the line. So all I really needed to do to be successful in this business is find 2 people who want to do the same thing that I did, share it with other people and earn an income. And when we saw the possibility and the potential of this, it totally changed our lives, because now we can go anywhere in the world we want. We don't have to worry about reporting in. We don't have to ask anybody for time off. And I don't have any products other than, this is my product. It says Zija on my shirt. And people say, what's that? Well, let me tell you. So I don't need to have products. I don't need to share the products. I need to share the information and just make people aware that there's something out there that could totally change your life. And certainly meeting Ken Brailsford changed our lives, and just the quality of person he is and what he has put together here for a total company. This is a company that is never going to fail. It's his legacy company, and that's what we love about it. And it's so simple to share this information with other people.
Now, something that I think a lot of folks would be real interested in, you and Terry were very successful with another company, and you were with them for quite some time. One of the things that I said a moment ago is everything rises and falls on leadership. And I know that that company had some challenges. It became necessary for you folks to, to leave that company. And I'm not really speaking out of school. I'll just share, folks, Mac and Terry, they didn't need to get into another business. They've done extremely well. Let me just put it that way. But you had a team of people that you needed to find a home for. And I know that you spend a lot of time researching other companies, and you made a decision of all the companies you could have gone to. And I know there were companies that were willing to pull out their checkbook to get you guys to come join their company. Mm-hmm. Why did you choose a little company like Zija? Because, quite frankly, while we know Zija in terms of, in the industry, we're just a little tiny dinky company right now. People don't really, we're like the best kept secret in network marketing. Why would it be that somebody like you and your wife, Pat, why would you pick Zija?
That's a very good question, too, because when it came down to it and you meet Ken Brailsford, there's no other company out there I'd want to be involved with because of the simplicity of the product. In the other company we were with, yes, it was a good company, but in corporate America, things changed, and that company's philosophy changed, and it went to profit before people. When we met Ken Brailsford, he said it will always be people before profit, and I can believe him when you look him in the eye. And he is the founder. He's not gone away, and the team he's put in place is always going to be people before profit, and that's what we liked about this most. But even when we were working in that other one for 20 years, we've been in this industry for 22 years, Pat was always saying, there's got to be something simple out there that people can do. I mean, we had nutritionals, all kinds of nutritionals, but you had to convince people how to use them, what to use, what they were short and everything. She says, there's got to be something out there that is one thing that they could do, take one time a day and get everything they need in their nutrient base, not supplements, but nutrient base. And when we found that the moringa was it with a whole food, a food itself that had 90 vitamins and minerals in it. And then sort of the icing on the cake it was liquid. Pat says, wow, liquid, bioavailable, immediately can get into the system. Oh, we didn't expect it to be manufactured at pharmaceutical grade in his own laboratory that the FDA can come in and look at. This was a home run. And then when she looked at the essential oils and saw the science behind those in the clinical grade, which she'd never been able to use essential oils until Dr. Plant put some on her and she had an immediate result. And he says, so this is what clinical grade's all about. It's pure. Well, she got so excited that we just could not stop sharing at that point. This was a total turnaround in our business, and we were glad to start over. We'll start over with a company that is a legacy, is going to be here for the long term, and has the simple solution to everything from core nutrition, moringa, to essential oils for restoration and healing, for the active lifestyle with their Ripstick sports line, and then the personal care and beauty care. I mean, skin care, Pat was one of those that she's more of a tomboy, and skincare wasn't important until she started using the Zija skincare. Totally changed, and now she's passionate about the skincare too. So it's a home run. They have everything put together to what people need to have in a simple form to share it. Start with core, and then open the door to that whole product line and let people pick and choose what they want. But they just have to get started. Once they get started, they're going to have results. Once they have results, guess what? Their mouth starts opening and they start to tell other people. Then Zija is willing to pay you for sharing with other people. I mean, it's it's a home run. There's nothing out there like it.
Well, I have to tell you, to me, it's really a sign of where the company's going when we can attract industry professionals like yourself, like Pat, who have been there and done that. And, when you look at our little company, and I know this is something that you've said before, you didn't join Zija for what it is today, you joined Zija for where it's going tomorrow. And we're just excited to have the caliber of people like yourself and your wife, Pat, joining us. Mac, can't tell you how much I appreciate you jumping in and saving me for having to do this whole thing by myself. Always appreciate you, buddy.
Not a problem.
Here in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, the one thing I would say, Summit is in Orlando. That's going to be a collection of all the leadership and everybody in Zija. If people are interested, get to Orlando, get there, learn what's happening, significant changes. You will be excited. It will change not only your personal health, but it will change your life. That's what get there. Whatever it takes, just get there.
I'm 100% on board with that, because here's what you need to know. Once you know, you're going to be going with us. Hey, Mac, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate you always. See you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you very much, Fred. Appreciate it.
All right, folks. So you've had a little chance here, and I know this was just designed to be kind of an overview. You've learned a little bit about, our company from the company perspective, and the fact that we've got world-class corporate leadership. We're not guessing that Ken knows what he does, can do this. We know from over 40 years, he's developed 2 companies combined, have been in business over 70 years and have done billions in dollars in sales and still continue on today. We already know when you have, literally, thousands and thousands of people that are consuming our products every single day, and they will never go without our products. That speaks to the quality of the product. You can use the products for yourself and you'll understand why. But add one more thing to that. And this is something that I have the perspective of, because many years ago, I had an opportunity to join a company that was really just at the beginning of its growth curve. And I was with a team of people that took that company from, $100 million a year in sales, about where we are today, to $500 million a year in sales, and fortunes were created. And that company didn't have anything in terms of corporate leadership, infrastructure, or products that could even hold a candle to what we have in Zija International. Literally in the last, 90 minutes, I got off an airplane from being at corporate and, in Salt Lake City, and learning about the things that are about to be unfolded in literally, I think we're 28 days away from the greatest event in the history of the company. Mac McDonald just mentioned that the annual summit convention in Orlando, where we're going to unveil all of the ingredients, all of the infrastructure that's going to take our company from where we are today to, to $250 million, $500 million, and then on to $1 billion a year. If you ever dreamed of being able to be in the right place at the right time and hoping that you could invest a little bit of time in something that would change the rest of your family's financial life, that's where you are today with Zija International. So in closing, 2 quick things. Folks, those of you that were invited as guests, get with the person who asked you to be part of this broadcast this evening, or maybe they directed you to the video replay. Get your questions answered. Use the products if you need to experience the products. Get involved in the business. Be part of what we're doing. Be part of creating something that the industry will be talking about decades from now. And join us on Saturday morning, this coming Saturday morning. We're going to do our regular new distributor training. We have everything in place to, even if you don't have the experience that, I had in the industry, that Mac McDonald, his wife Pat Terry, had in the industry. If you're a novice to what we're doing, we have in place the systems necessary to assist you get in, to get trained, to get going, to get off to a fast start, get into profitability, and start building a legacy for your family. That'll be this Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Pacific, 10 a.m. Pacific, but 1 p.m. East Coast time. Person asked you to be part of our broadcast, and that'll get you that contact information. And then we'll also, following that, we're going to do a team update in that hour about the announcements that were made here just in the last 24 hours. Myself and about a dozen people from the company leadership were there to put everything together. I'm incredibly excited about what's going to be happening with Zija through the end of this year and certainly into 2019. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close down for tonight. This will be posted on the YouTube channel for replay shortly. Join us on Saturday morning. even if you're not ready to get started, get involved with us on Saturday morning. You're going to want to know what's about to happen with Zija. Mac McDonald, thank you so much again, buddy, for jumping in and backing me up on this broadcast. And we'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday morning. Thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your evening. Take care now. Bye-bye.